We just touched down in Las Vegas. Everybody here is really excited to go spend a ton of money on slot machines, and I'm gonna go study soils in the river, which honestly I think is gonna be a lot more fun. First stop, Walmart, because the last thing you want to worry about when you're packing for the plane is food. This is my lovely camp buddy, Katie. We're going to be sharing food in a canoe and a tent, and hopefully she doesn't get sick of us. Treating ourselves to some cheese for the first night, because obviously that won't keep later. Setting up camp, setting up camp. Hey cat, hey cat, hey cat, hey cat, hey cat. What? It's us.
Hilarious.
I literally got this only so I could make that joke.
I do not doubt that.
So we just finished setting up camp and eating some yummy camp food. But you really can't beat this view though. Here is our home. This one is our sleeping bag, and that's Katie's sleeping bag. We're gonna be cuddle buddies. One little perk about being mentally ill on a trip is you get you can't even see it. Is that you become a maraca. Look at me. So going on a trip like this isn't as easy as just saying, oh, you know, let's pack our bags and go on an adventure. This is gonna be so much fun. Oh, it's windy. Traveling has pretty much always been really, really difficult for me personally. But now that I'm in touch with my system, I know that it's also really difficult for Karen. Packing for this trip was really difficult. Even just organizing, I completely blacked out, lost chunks of time, which, as I've mentioned in videos, is really, really, really uncommon because Karen was scared to come out here. And even, you know, we were able to coordinate so that Mistletoe would take her very far back into the headspace so Karen would have very little awareness about what was going on around. Mistletoe would get the chance to play mom, so, you know, everybody kind of wins there. But I'm still, you know, kind of on mid-level panic mode the whole time I'm out here. You know, there's always questions of, what if I get hurt? What if, you know, I get sick? What if I run out of food? You know, and I can go through and, you know, make checklists. Well, okay, so we've got 3 vans. How long would it take to get out of the park to get to a hospital if I broke a leg, you know? But just the being kind of out and away from anything familiar is sort of triggering. And if this wasn't a trip that was required for my graduation, I probably wouldn't be on something like this. So we'll see how the week goes. Obviously last year when we had to do the same trip, we were just fine. So yeah, I guess we'll see, but I'm exhausted from a day of hiking. So good night for now. Hey, it's day 2. We are in Valley of Fire State Park. It's really nice here. Yeah, we're gonna go explore the rocks, explore the red stuff. Learning a lot of cool geology things. We won't bore you with it, because you know, this is a mental health channel, not a geology channel. But if you hit up our Tumblr, there will be a lot of photos. So, you know, if you're interested in any of that. Look at this rock. Oh, it's like a little iguana hanging out on the rocks. You see it? It's got like its little tail, its head, and its little, you know, chin thing. It's an iguana rock.
My pencil
Good morning.
How you like it? Oh, shit. Sorry. This is our lovely friend, Kat.
Hey.
She has been keeping us good company,
Trying.
keeping us sane, as, you know, someone like us can be. How you liking it so far?
It's cold as crap up here, and last night trying to sleep in the room, but it's still really worth it.
Oh,
it's great.
It's very windy if you can't tell. We found a new friend. Hello, new friend. I've got sunglasses on now because the wind, it's not even that bright out, but the wind is just killing me with the sand in my face. So, protection. But we found the coolest thing. We found petroglyphs. Alright, there we go. Petroglyphs. Looks like a couple gummy bears holding hands with a couple people. Little stick figures. This whole valley is just amazing. You know, normally I'm not out for like hours and hours at a time. It gives me a headache. I haven't even noticed the time passing. This is the coolest thing ever.
Hey, Daniel, it's all your fault.
Geology humor. One thing that we sort of have to awkwardly try to navigate when we're out with people is, do we tell them when we're out? Do we not? You know, when that's appropriate or whatever. Announcing a switch is really weird. It's very awkward, you know, just to be mid-conversation and say, oh, hey, by the way, you're talking to Daniel now. So yesterday, Kat and Kat and Kit were chatting, but when Kit isn't being super crazy hyper like she always is, she sounds and, you know, and behaves a lot like Wynn does, so she got it mixed up and we had to be like, oh, actually.
It's really hard for me to differentiate between the two of you.
Yeah, you know, and so I had to, or when Wynn came back out, she had to like awkwardly sidle up next to her during a lecture and be like, just so you know, I'm back out now. You know, but normally we wouldn't do that. We wouldn't just announce because it's disruptive. You know, the point of this trip is to learn about, you know, rocks. It's not to focus on us. So in most situations, we're not going to just announce, hey, it's me now, and we'll answer to whatever name is being used because we don't want that kind of focus. It's very awkward. It's very hard to deal with. It just makes it weirder than it needs to be, really. So, yeah, that's how we deal with that when we're in groups. We'd say if we have to, if we're in the middle of a conversation, actively, you know, together with someone. But otherwise, we just keep it on the down low and go with whatever. It is me. It is Lito. We went to a thing, and we are going to throw atlatls. Atlatls. It's like a dart bow, and there's a competition. I show you. There's a competition, and they're throwing them, and they're going to teach us how to throw them, and I am going to learn how to throw the atlatls.
There you go. Good job. Okay, so
You can do it, Sarah.
take off the dart for now. Okay. So just grab. Oops, sorry. Actually, you might want to do.
You got that grass.
There you go. Oh. Yeah, that was a good throw. That was a good throw.
That was very good.
Graphic technical description, okay?
I think that this is very good that we're taking you on this trip with us, because then you can kind of get more of a time understanding of when we switch and how long we're out, which you cannot get when we are just sitting on the same couch next to the same window and everything looks the same. So many people question how we come out. They think that we can only come out only with stress triggers. That is not true. We can come out. I came out because Kat said, would Lito want to do this? When we hear our names, we perk up and we pay attention more to what's going on outside. Especially me. I'm in the back. I do not normally pay attention unless someone is talking to me or about me. And I did want to try the atlatl, so I came out. And when I come out, Wynn gets very dizzy, so she had to sit down, and then I came out. But when Kit or Daniel comes out, they come out, and it can be because of stress. It can be because Wynn was very scared and went away. She's in the back of the head, and whoever is closest up front is pulled out. But we are not just because bad things are happening. We do not just come out because Wynn is scared, or because there is stress, or because there is a trigger. We like to have fun too. So we see something fun happening, like we want to make a video, or I want to do throw the axolotl, not axolotl, the atlatl, and then we come out. So we can come out for many, many reasons, for a long amount of time or a short amount of time, and it's not random. It's not random, but it is because we communicate. We communicate and we say, I really want to do this. Someone says, okay, give me a second, and then I come out, and then we do it. So it's not scary or unpredictable like everybody seems to think it is. It can be, but with good communication, you can do this and you can coordinate, and nobody is scared, and everybody is having a good time. So it's possible. It's possible. This lady treating me to a dinner of chicken Alfredo on camping. This is beautiful. I wish you guys could see how good this smells, or smell how good this smells. It's been a long day.
It has.
So after a really long day, like 9 hours straight of just hiking through the red sandstone and taking notes and listening to lectures, it feels so good to be in my tent, in my sleepy pants, about to fall to sleep. So, good night, everybody. See you tomorrow.
These are my old contacts that fell out.
All right, so we're on day 3 now. It's actually the evening of day 3. There wasn't really any recording that was done today because today was not a good day. When I woke up, well, I didn't wake up, Karen woke up. And when Karen woke up, she didn't want to get out of bed. Like, the whole body was shaking all night. And when Karen woke up in the morning, you know, she was just saying no, and didn't get out of the tent. You know, I wasn't able to get back up front until right before we had to leave. So I had to very quickly, you know, take down the tent. We had to move campsites, you know, this and that. But her travel anxiety and my travel anxiety are really getting up. Daniel was in control of the body most of the day, not on purpose. I just sort of disappeared, apparently. And I was thinking about it. I wanted to expand a bit on, you know, that worst case scenario thing that I was talking about before, because it's really not the idea of something bad happening that freaks me out so much. My hands are still shaking, so I'm sorry that the camera is probably all over the place. I don't have anything to steady it on. But it's not the act of something bad happening that's scary. It's something bad happening and nobody helping us. Unfortunately, that is a fear that has been heavily reinforced in my adult life, where I was in extremely dangerous situations, and, you know, one that sent me to the hospital for days, and nobody helped me. I was on the floor writhing in pain and crying, and, you know, I was told to be quiet and stop making such a big deal out of nothing, and, you know, don't exaggerate. I don't know. I mean, that's why, you know, traveling with my husband is a lot easier, because I know he's going to take care of us. You know, I know he's going to believe me. And I have some friends here who have been really great, you know, but logic and trauma brain aren't normally friends. They don't get along that well. Trauma brain doesn't care what logic says. And so even in this situation where I have professors that would, you know, get in a lot of trouble if they didn't take care of me in an emergency, and friends who would just take care of me anyway, there's still that fear of, oh my God, we're helpless in the middle of nowhere. Mistletoe is working with Karen to really try to ease her anxiety and her fear as much as possible, but I'm not sure what to do with mine. All right, you guys, sorry there was no video today. Hopefully I'll have some more fun stuff for you tomorrow. So, good night.
What'd you do?
I made a fire.
Yeah?
I've never done this before.
Did you hear what Dr. Bob just said? He was singing Billy Joel at you.
I know, I'm so happy. I can human.
Yes, you
I
can.
do the most basic human accomplishment in history.
You did so well. Good job.
I did it.
Yeah, look at that fire.
Day 4, we are about to kick off on the river. We're packing up camp and we're gonna go get the canoes. So let's go! Look at us! We're so attractive! I am tempting fate right now, but we are on the boats. We're on the boats. Say hi, Katie. Hello. And we're on the Colorado River. Here's our view right now. Lucky me. Sarah, how's the water? How's the water?
It's so warm.
Hey, Kat, how's the water?
Oh my gosh, it's warm as heck. This is so nice.
Our first stop is a hot spring. This is Gold Strike Canyon? Yeah. We're at Gold Strike Canyon on the Colorado River, and after having to walk in the cold river, getting our feet warm in the nice, warm, hot spring water feels really, really good. I think if we find a safe stop spot, me might get to splash in some puddles. It's big rocks.
Yeah, it is. It's really big. Oh, you jumped it. Good job.
The water is hot.
Yeah, do you like it?
Yes. And look at the waterfall.
It's gorgeous.
It's so pretty.
Yes, it is. You're absolutely right.
Up there too.
Yeah, let's take a look. Yeah, so pretty. And that's Dr.
He was a monster, but he's not a real monster.
We're going, we're at a hot spring, and then I got to do some hiking because Kat watched me, and she said that it was okay, and that I came out and she watched me so I could come out, and we're gonna eat lunch now. But hiking is, no, it's okay. Hiking is my favorite. And I made a hiking trail just inside the headspace so that I could hike all the time, and now I can hike in real life, and we're on the rocks, and then we're in a hot spring, and everybody's swimming, but I can't swim because I didn't bring my swimsuit. It's in the boat, and then I forgot it, but we're gonna go to another hot spring later, and then maybe we can swim in the hot spring, and it's gonna be really, really fun. And I'm gonna show you a video. I'm gonna show you a video of hot spring, but then I just gotta eat lunch. So I'm gonna do that, but I'm gonna show the video first.
It's a rare chance. I feel like I haven't It's true. It's my time to go.
Hopefully you can hear me over the water, but I just wanted to take a second to to record, because my heart is beating like 1,000,000 miles an hour, and like, there's nothing to be afraid of. I know there's nothing to be afraid of, but my hands are shaking, and like when I get really anxious for whatever reason, it manifests as a twitch for me. So I'm just sitting here and I'm pacing and I'm twitching, and I can't think straight, and like I've got a pretty good hold on it. Like, I don't think anyone could look at me and know that I'm fighting back a panic attack, but I don't feel good. I want to go home. I know that's such a pathetic thing to say, but I want to pull up for camp, and I want to be done. I love being outside. I love canoeing. Every moment we're on the river is like a moment in heaven. Like, honest to God, I love exploring the canyons and finding the hot springs. Like, being here is amazing, but I don't know what I'm scared of. I don't know what I'm scared of. I'm so scared of something, and I don't know. I don't want to go home. I don't want to go home. I don't want this to ruin my trip. I don't want to be done. I want to be able to have a fun trip. I want to be able to enjoy myself. I want to be able to not have to like worry about this and be distracted by this. And I'm just like, I'm freaking the fuck out. I'm freaking the fuck out. I'm not doing okay. Whatever. When we get camp, I should probably feel better. There's that sense of security when you're settled down, you know, so hopefully. You're not supposed to feed the wildlife here, but people do. So the ducks have been treated, or the ducks are now really nice, and they come say hi. Hi,
Is that food? If anybody wants to use them,
oh goodness!
take if you've got.
I had to come out, and I don't want to be out, and I'm scared that people will see me, because it's not fun when you just have to be out and you can't just want to be out. And it was fun before, but now we're at camp and everybody can see and they can see me and they'll know I'm out. But Wynn was scared and she got really dizzy. And then Jacob said, no, Wynn doesn't get to be out. So he took her back inside. And then I had to be outside and I don't want to. And so maybe Lito can come out instead because he's really close and Josh is really close. But Josh is little too and he'll get in trouble too. But I have Kat. She's a nice friend. And she's going to listen to Disney music with me. And then maybe when maybe can come back out because we took our medicine, but I'm still here. And so I just don't want to be. But we're going to listen to Disney music, so it's okay. Bye. I just don't want to be out anymore. I want it to be somebody else, please. I don't want to do this. I just want to go back in. But I don't know how. It's not fun when you just have to be out and you just don't get to choose. I just don't want to be out. Just anybody else, please. Please, please. So May ended up being out for about 30 minutes. Thankfully it wasn't longer. She hated every second of it. I'm feeling a little more stable at least. We got food in my belly, so that's definitely helped. I'm just gonna sit, I'm gonna read, eat some apricots, and hopefully just be able to enjoy the night. It is the morning of day 5. It's Tuesday. And I am completely locked by anxiety. I can't get out of the fucking tent. I had trauma nightmares last night. I can't will myself to get out of the tent. I'm just fucking terrified. And I don't know why. There's nothing to be scared of. I wish I could just be a normal human being. We need to tear down the tent. We need to get on the river. And I'm locked up. I'm ready to go home now. I'm ready to go home now. 1 hour later, and I'm finally feeling a little bit more than myself. Doctor said I could up my Xanax dose by 0.5 milligram if I need to, and I did, because I'm not gonna let this trip be ruined by my mental disorders. So here's round 2, starting clean. We're gonna finish out this trip strong. And we also have some duck friends. Where'd they go? Oh no! There's a rock there, buddy, watch out. So, Wynn was still freaking the fuck out all day and all morning, and pills didn't help, so I guess we get stuck in his body. Daniel didn't want to. He was like, I already took charge of this last time and it made me super tired. So, whatever. I'm gonna be out. I'm gonna be taking notes. I'm gonna be doing this fucking hike. This is such bullshit. But whatever. It's better than having the body twitching all the goddamn time. But whatever the fuck, we're gonna go up this stupid canyon. There's not even sunshine today, so I don't even get the sunshine today. We haven't showered in like 4 days. I feel gross as fuck. And yet here we are, so... Look, there's our group. Hi, group. There's some more. Hi, more group.
Rule of any relationship.
Yes. It is hour 2 of me being out. I don't really do hours at a time unless there is alcohol involved, which right now there is not. I'm eating a lot of beef jerky and my feet are wet. And there is no sun. It is completely overcast. But you know, I'm working through it. But the thing that really bugs me the most is that I cannot get a hold of Wynn. Like, normally when she goes back, like, we can feel her freaking out, and like, even if she's not gonna remember things, like, we can still remember, like, we can feel her, but like, she is straight up just gone, which, I mean, it happens sometimes, but not, like, I'm not normally the one who's out when this happens. Usually that's just Daniel.
Okay.
But it's all on me right now, but our duck friends are back, so that's something.
She's so pretty. She's got her little purple stripe just like me. Happy little duck couple.
Look at these giant garnets.
Metamorphic rocks, deep metamorphic rocks. They don't have any.
Somebody mind that and make me a ring. Hi, Danae. We're on one of our many sit-down, stare at the rocks, and take notes portions of our trip. So I'm going to take this time to bug my friends and ask them what they think. Ladies, this is Jessica and Sarah.
Hello.
How have you liked the trip so far?
It's going good.
Cat's over here too.
That's true. It's hot, but it's good.
It's a little bit hot.
It's a little hot.
Lots of shiny rocks.
None of which we can take home.
Yeah, we can't take them home.
They were complaining like 30 seconds ago. They're not being honest. But in all good fun. It's honestly a great trip so far.
They're totally not being honest.
I wasn't complaining.
Was I complaining? You're always complaining.
When was I?
But in the most beautiful way.
That's true.
We found a cave. We're gonna go inside.
Water is very.
Our duck friends are still here. They are persistent. We're not giving them food because it's not allowed. So on our journey, we may or may not be lost right now. But I have been in their body for I think going on 7 or 8 hours now. But we got to stop at a shop. And I got me some Skittles, and somebody else got a couple, packs of beer to hit me up with. To hit everybody up with. I'm not gonna sit and drink a whole thing, on my own, but I feel a lot better about being out now that I have some, real comforts. Okay, so we're not lost. It's worse. We were planning on canoeing like 14 miles south over this next 3 days. And turns out tomorrow the wind is going to be coming from the south at 14 miles an hour and the next day at 20 miles an hour, which means if we try to canoe, we're gonna go backward. So the plan right now, Katie's with me. She got some goodies too. So the plan right now is that we are going to canoe as far as we fucking can before sunset, which is not that far, and take it easy the next 2 days. It is 6:30. We've been going, I think we've been at least 5 miles. At least 5 miles, just rowing nonstop for over an hour. And we still have not found a camping spot yet. And we're losing light. So, my shoulders hurt so bad. Hey guys, how your arms feeling? Good. So we are pausing to wait for the people in the back of the group because we lost them. But we're looking down the river and there are no washes at all. It's just cliffside on both sides of the river. And it's getting real close to nightfall. So we don't quite know what's gonna happen. Holy shit, we found camp. It's 7 o'clock, so that means we've gone an hour and a half, a little over 6 miles, paddling with the wind in our faces, because the wind started switching earlier than we thought it would, of course it did. But we're standing post outside of this little, you can't even see, I haven't seen where we're pulling in yet, but we're standing post to make sure that the canoes that were behind us don't drift on into the wasteland that is the cliff sides of this river. It is so good that I was out though, because so Wynn has monologued the shit out of you about the whole, oh my god, it's so hard to be unpredictable, and what if we can't control things, and I don't like being powerless. Like, if she was paddling this canoe, she would be flipping the fuck out. So, like, in a weird way, I saved the day. You're welcome, Win. Okay, so less than 30 seconds later, they start rowing out of the place. It's not a campsite. Oh my god, this is too good. I'm having a blast. This is the best. I just went on the best adventure ever, and it's not done. Oh, I'm losing my shit. This is so good. Okay, I'm shining a blinding light on my face so I can talk to you fuckers. So we ended up, so that wasn't a camping spot, and so we traveled back upstream to a gravel bar that we found, except the whole thing is super, super steep, and there's no ground that's soft enough, that's not just like solid rock that we could set tent stakes up to. But we don't have a choice because it is literally pitch black right now. So we have no idea what our sleeping arrangement's gonna be. This is great. This is just an adventure. Let's go. Yeah. Oh yeah, and so when I say gravel, I mean this like razor edged rock. That's the gravel that we're on right now. And cactuses. You'd make a good pillow, yeah? Yeah.
Excellent pillow.
The lights of everyone just desperately wandering and trying to find a place to sleep. Oh god, I fucking cannot right now. Alright, so sore muscles, heat rash on both my hands, gross hair, wet boots, but honest to God, I'm kind of digging this. So this isn't the first time I've gotten to sleep in the body, and I'm guessing it won't be the last time. But yeah, it's not that bad. I'm kind of enjoying it. So we'll see who sees you tomorrow. Good night, guys.